It's been a very high priority for us, and for me personally. It's very important to us and to our customers. As you mentioned, half of our company, any way you look at it, is in Mexico. Half of our employees, revenues, miles of track. We are really a Mexican company and a U.S. company that happen to be combined at the top. But Mexico is very important to us.
The deal that has been proposed, since you're watching it so closely, do you think that it gives you 50% of what you want, 80%, 10%? Is it a good deal for Kansas City Southern? Did it need to be addressed?
It definitely needed to be addressed. I think it's a good deal for Kansas City Southern. I think it's a good deal for the country. The details are to be determined. As you know, the agreement itself hasn't actually been publicized, and we haven't had a chance to read the details, but certainly a modernized NAFTA, an updated NAFTA, made a lot of sense for the country and certainly for our company and for our customers. So, yeah, generally I would say we're very optimistic, very hopeful that this is going to be a good outcome, but we haven't seen the actual agreement, the text of the agreement, and the details are going to be very important.
Well, we'll talk. I don't want to leave NAFTA entirely, and I'd like to ask you what you didn't get that you wish you did, and then there's the whole Canada side of the equation. But just in terms of business, I read, God, we can't find enough guys to drive trucks. I mean, things are sizzling. Is it the best time you've ever seen for the rail group right now? We move a lot of stuff on rails, and the energy sector is hot. I mean, I can't imagine you've ever seen any better times than you're seeing right now, or correct me if I'm wrong.
It's a good time to be a railroad, and I think it's if we get a good outcome here on the NAFTA renegotiation, it's a good time to be in Mexico.
What do you think Canada comes around? What are you hearing there? You probably have some you pay some people to figure out the probability of these things. Is this going to work today or in the near future?
I think so. I certainly hope so. I think the Canadians have been brought into the negotiations here recently, and I think there's been ongoing dialogue with the Canadians. They haven't been completely shut out from what we've heard, but I think it's very important to keep the three countries together, to keep the agreement trilateral. It makes tremendous sense to do that. As far as other things, did we get 50% of what we wanted? Did we get 80%? The details are important. We haven't seen the agreement. I think it's probably closer to 75 or 80% or more, maybe. There's some things that were important to us that, given our investment in Mexico, the investor-state dispute settlement process was very important, and it seems like that ended up in a pretty good place for us. We've invested $5 billion in Mexico over the last 20 years, so that was certainly one of the top priorities.